Welcome, race fans. We're here for race number 5 tonight for the Roughneck Racing Wagoner's Welding Truck Series. That's a mouthful if you say it really fast. I'm your host tonight, Robert Warrens, alongside my co-host, Chris Schuster. Chris, how you feeling tonight, buddy?
Hello, Robert, and hello, race fans. Good to be here tonight on a Wednesday evening. Coming to you from the Milwaukee Mile. Is that correct, Roberto?
Yeah, Milwaukee Mile. This is it's gonna be a short track. It's gonna be pretty epic. It's a mile-long speedway. Actually, like one of the longest speedways in operation. This track's been open for 122 years, Chris, since 1903.
That's a long time. I happened to be reading some information on my data sheet that says the site was originally used for horse track racing as far back as 1876. What do you think about that, Robert?
I think that only race cars matter.
I agree. So let's get to it. What do you got for us?
So weather looks pretty good right now, 67 degrees, so track temp's going to be mid-80s or so. It's going to be greasy out there, partly cloudy, winds 1 mile an hour, and then 82% humidity. So I don't see any clouds right now, but you never know what could form. We got 20 cars in the field tonight, so let's take a look at our grid on the pole. The 67 machine, Ben Ryan grabs that. Last week's winner in the 7 machine, Dalton Steele, races in 3rd, Phipps 4th, Copperthorne 5th, Don Francesco 6th, Eddie is in 7th. He's a newcomer here. Pylon 8th, Love 9th, and Hurst 10th. And 11th, Andrew Smith. 12th is Tolleson. 13th is Manning. Isgrig 14th. And then rounding out the field here, 15th we got Barnes, Ramsey in 16th. 17th goes out to Richardson, Beebe in 18th, Miller 19th, and Keltner in the 20th spot. So all the action live tonight on SpeedZoneTV. And Chris, we're coming. The pace car's about to duck off here, and this pre-workout pattern, your favorite stuff that I do on the side, is kicking in.
Yeah, I sent it to you from the U.S. I hope you enjoy.
Very nice.
Hey, you sounded like a weatherman earlier. You did a great job with that weather description.
Yeah, thank you. Pace car's in.
Good to have all these guys back. We've got a full roster tonight.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than Texas last week. Down into turn 1. Cars look clean. Ryan on the bottom, Steele on the outside. The fuel window here is going to be about 60 laps. It's going to be interesting if we make it that far. Is Greg shooting up to the high side there? Not sure if that's going to be the viable lane. This is
so what kind of racing can we look forward to here on this shorter track, at Milwaukee? What will we see? What should we see? What are the tactics?
Tactics-wise here, I'm thinking that we're going to see a lot of guys like this 67 machine be running the low and slow line, being right on the berm and both ends. So if you're not able to manage your tires, Chris, like you're likely going to be starting to wash that center of the corner and then get loose on the exit. So you can't abuse this right front here quite dramatically. And if you remember from last week when we were talking to Steele in that 7 machine, he's currently running 2nd right now, 2 wins on the season. He typically saves his equipment. Oh, we got a spinner.
A spinner?
Caution is out.
Early caution.
Yikes. Those are water barrels, Chris.
That was pretty wild there on lap 4.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and take a look from our Speed Zone TV instant replay here as to what the deuce happened. Here we're on board with the 12 machine. Dylan Grace. I'm gonna let it roll out here. So you got to be careful when you start to touch the rumble strip of at the bottom. It can de-wedge the car, cause the car to get loose. But then you can also do that yourself, right? So that is in front of him is Don Francesco in the 24 machine, piling in behind. The 12 looks like he's throttling up a little too much here, Chris.
Guilty of that myself.
I mean,
Boom.
He almost had it saved, but like how do you put fault here? Like, do you put it on the 12 or the 29? Because the 12 is losing control of the car, and the 29 is running his race.
Yeah, the little nudge didn't help. Let's just say, yeah, this is helping watching it at speed.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah. Well, good thing he had the fast repair. Let's watch it one more time. Yeah, it looked like Jimmy Pyland was just running his race. It's funny in this replay here. It looked like he quickly got fast all of a sudden and then nudged him, from behind. But these things happen.
12 is losing momentum because he's sliding, so it makes it look like Jimmy's fast, but he's not.
Okay.
Let's go back to live action here.
We'll remind everyone that we are broadcasting live, of course. Feel free to like and subscribe. If this only was in 4K, that would be super helpful.
Super dreamy.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you broadcast in 4K, you say?
You don't say.
We'll be reading the live chat as well.
Yeah, I think just do a quick commercial here. Shout out to Wagoner's Welding for sponsoring the series, making it possible for everyone to be watching this. Been on board for 8 glorious seasons. I'm sure they'll be on board for 8 more. Just showing them some love.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner.
Pace car's getting ready to duck in. That 67 has led the first few laps here. No pressure from Steele. Don Francesco on the bumper of Steele with Pyland not too far behind. Where that carnage happened was in between them, where the Grace got a little slidey and said hello to the water barrels from some affectionate contact from the 29 machine. Barry Tolleson underneath Pyland. Tolleson almost goes.
Squirrely.
He's in the wall.
Managed to save that.
And he's got right front damage, Chris. That's going to hurt him down the straightaways.
Yeah, it looks like the truck, I should say, is pulling just a little bit.
Well, it's going to knock out the toe on that right front tire. We can see what the tire looks like. Oh, that's another touch of the wall there.
It's pulling him towards the wall like a magnet almost.
Yeah, you can see how that right front tire just looks like it's pointed towards the wall. It's not supposed to be.
Well, that's not going to work for him. He's going to have to come in and repair, I would imagine.
You don't want to go a lap down here or multiple laps. You got to wait for that caution.
I'm surprised he's able to hold the position right now with that damage, but he's doing a good job at it.
Well, let's, check in 10 more laps, Chris. We'll see how it pans out for that 28 machine. This is actually a really rhythm-based track, so the longer it goes, I think you're going to see a mix of different drivers start to emerge and get to the front. Not having your best qualifying position is detrimental here. It's very hard to pass, but you have to be very kind of mindful of how you set up that pass, because it could take 3 to 4 laps before you can complete that move with how tight these corners are. Still out in the lead, that 67 machine, 1.4 seconds over second place. Ben Ryan showing the way around the track early on.
Did you say Ben Ryan was the newcomer?
No, Larry Eddy in 9th spot in the 31 machine. We'll pop over to him in a second.
I know I should know that. That's bad broadcasting on my part. Apologize to you, Ben Ryan.
Forgiven.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at our lap times, Chris. Last lap, 30.5 for Ryan, 30.78 for Steele. The mix of the field starts to tail off a little bit into the 31s. Pylon 30.68, so running a faster pace. But let's look at now the best lap times of the night. So Ryan clipping down a 30 flat. Everyone else 30.5 or slightly above. So Ryan's definitely pushing that truck, Chris. We're going to have to see how his long run pace is.
You said key is managing tires, correct?
See. Yeah, it's definitely going to be critical here. Drivers are going to have kind of an opportunity to undercut. Like if we do stay green for long enough, that undercut strategy means that instead of wait until that tank runs out, that you come in like 10 laps early, and those fresh tires, as long as you can use them, get ahead. It's hard to pass people once the tires are worn. Island trying to work on the 24 of Don Francesco. This is the battle for second, third, and fourth.
Why don't we go to cockpit cam of Pyland and see how hard he's pushing here?
Looks like he's being pretty gentle.
There's the rumble strip you were talking about. Have to be very careful of.
Yep. Jimmy's got a fancy colored helmet there. What's on? Is that some purple balls on his helmet?
I don't know, but I did notice it as well, and I'm enjoying it.
You would.
I would.
This is a battle a little bit further back. Meow. So you have Isgrig in the 40 Skittles machine. You got Copperthorn going under him. Not able to complete it. We're taking a look at the 58 of Hearst now, and the 28 of Tolson, who we saw tag the wall earlier on.
I was just looking at Tolson a few laps back, and he looked like he was a few positions more forward. So I think maybe he's starting to suffer a little bit, maybe with that lousy toe and then maybe the tire wear compounding that.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I think that's realistic as to how Tolleson feels about that truck handling a type of way. Go back a little bit more further in the field here, Chris.
Let me ask you a question. This is something I don't know. With Tolleson struggling with that toe, is it degrading that tire even quicker?
Yeah, I would think so. The car is set up to handle a certain way and to maybe anticipate so much toe, but when it's not tuned for the setup, then you're going to be dragging that tire a little bit more. So I think it's going to create some unfavorable like push characteristics for him.
Manning's driving a truck with my favorite sponsor. Allie.
Yeah.
You're supposed to ask, what sponsor is that? I guess I'll just have to say it.
My bad. Do you have Ally Insurance, Chris?
Oh yeah, Ally. I knew there was a joke coming, but Ally. Not Allie, Ally. No, I don't. But I like to shout him out anyway.
Grace making his way back up through the field now. He was back in the 20th spot. He's actually a lap down, so it looks like he might have stayed in the pits to not use his fast repair and get it all fixed. But he's starting to work back up here because Manning's in the 12th spot, so he's definitely showing some later pace here. And
Phipps is 4 laps down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if he gridded or something, but you know, no car was involved in that first accident. Look at that. Ryan is out to a 4-second lead on the field. Just doing some magic here. I wasn't really expecting this large of a lead, Chris.
Well, it'll be interesting to see maybe, I don't know, when I mean, if he's really pushing, you know, we're talking about tire management. We don't know if he's just that quick or if he's really pushing and maybe Steele and some of the other drivers behind are maybe managing a little more. I guess just some time will tell.
Yeah, and, you know, he could, this could just be his place, you know? I don't know what to say, Chris. It's almost too early to tell. We're 25% through the race, but having a 4-second lead after we had a caution on lap, 4, which we didn't restart till lap 8, so we're nearing 20 laps. So that, that kind of means he's been almost, was that a half second a lap quicker?
Something like that. You brought a lot of math early into this race.
I should stop doing that.
I think we can all celebrate with a Pabst Blue Ribbon from Milwaukee. Maybe after the race.
That's where Pabst is from?
Yeah.
I'd normally just like get my old Milwaukees. You ever had an old Milwaukee?
Yeah, sure. That probably would be more appropriate. Although I'm sure you'd lean towards Molson.
No, Chris. Let's see if we've got any movers in the track. Currently, right now, the biggest mover on the track here is the 3 machine of Tyler Barnes. He's up 8 spots on the night. So pretty impressive. He was also, I believe, that was a Monday night. He was a winner on the Monday night series, the Super Speedway series. Hasn't won here in the trucks right yet, but definitely he's going to be a driver to watch out for as the night goes on.
Ryan's teetering on the, well, he just did it, 5-second mark.
Yeah, and Pylan's got around Don Francesco. So that's going to be interesting to see as well, because Steele, Pylan, and I'm not sure Don Francesco, I don't feel that they've been really pushing very hard as much as Ryan has.
Yeah,
So,
that's what we were kind of speculating. And I was just looking at the tower here. We have, Pylan, Don Francesco, Copperthorne, Hurst, Barnes, Tolleson. Those guys are all sort of like just in a row here, lined up, and it's good to sort of see them like that because they bring good battles.
and that's a tight group too, right? So I think if I mentioned it before about undercutting, having the fuel window around lap 60, is that I'd be a little scared to undercut with a tight pack of cars like that. This is a battle here for 6th spot between Hurst and Barnes, as Barnes wants to continue that charge forward. These two have broken away from that more distinct pack. They're about a 1.5 seconds in behind. Copperthorne's running by himself in 5th spot. And, one thing that I've noticed about Copperthorne, Chris, is that he's always got late race pace. He doesn't fire off the fastest, but normally within the 10 or last 15 laps of a run, the 98 machine just charges to the front.
No, I agree with you. And with him being in 5th, got a caution.
Did you jinx us?
No, I was going to say something really positive about Copperthorne. I'll say it anyway real quick before we look at it. Just that he's in 5th place, has no one around him, and he's in a good, comfortable position to just manage to strike for later. But this caution now changes all that.
It does. Well, we're going to see everyone come down pit lane, but before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here. This is Smith on the outside and Phipps in the 46 machine. So Phipps is a couple laps down, if you remember from earlier.
I do remember.
Whoa, it's spinning. There's Tolleson going around.
Well,
is right. Let's go back here, because that's not where the caution was. I mean, it looks like Smith was just a victim of victiming. Yeah, Tolleson, he's just trying to wheel a broken car, and instead of slowing down.
Yeah, battle is over.
Well, here, Chris, my commentary is going to be really simple, and you can watch the cockpit, is that instead of lifting out of the throttle here, you can watch Tolleson be up on the wheel. So he's far to the right, tries to save it, corrects to the left, far to the right, back this way, back this way. The easiest way to save a vehicle is to just slow down.
Let's watch at its speed, please. Same view, just at speed.
Okay.
Just because the fans would like it. It just kind of reconfirms everything you walked us through.
Yeah, it wasn't until the very end where he started to lift, but he was still sawing the wheel so much that it was really unavoidable. Tough break for Smith being caught up into that action. We'll click this live button here. Everyone's come down the pits already. I think we missed that. Looks like the 16 machine stayed out. Pace car's coming in here.
Yeah, this definitely changes up a lot of strategy, I guess you could say, with this caution right here.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't expect this one to go green so quick.
So we'll let this cycle a lap or two, and then we'll look at all the lap times and pit times and all that.
It's a very interesting strategy from that 16 machine. He's not on tires. It's going to be very hard for these cars to get around safely, but also for the 16 machine to be safe. Sliding up the track there, but 24 and 7 making their way around the outside. First, nowhere to go. He's looking
Had to
on
hit the
the
brakes.
bumper. Yeah, he did. That's Copperthorn. Oh! Whoa! Trying to find it there. Tough break for Copperthorn. We kind of caught a glimpse of that, and you know, it's the 16 cars really stacking up the field. Hard hit to the inside wall. We're gonna watch that one more time, Chris.
Yeah, that was interesting the way that played out. It looked like he had to hit the brakes because of Dallas Stars. Oh, he just hit Copperthorn. He just nudged him.
Yeah, it's tight. You know, Hurst is trying to get a run here. And he does have to lift and check up a little bit. See the 16 car slides. Hurst goes up. But I don't know. I feel like this is a shared incident a little bit. If you watch, 98's up at the wall.
Coming down just a touch. Yeah,
I mean, this is kind of shared.
I will agree with you, my friend.
That's a first. That's one more time than my wife today. Tough break for that 98 machine. Go back to live action here.
Well, now, shooting, I don't know the driver's number or name, but the Dallas Stars, it was BB, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Came into the pits now for
Of course.
tires.
Just going to roll a quick commercial again, Chris, and we'll be right back.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like
We're back, Chris. Lap 41 of 100. 67 machine has been up front all night. Do you think he's going to have any challengers?
I do, for sure. I mean, he drove a heck of a race. The first, I don't know when that caution came out last, but I mean, yeah, Ryan was doing a heck of a job. But I do think that there are drivers in this field that can certainly challenge him. We'll just have to see how he does almost second half with managing tires, maybe getting a good lead. We'll see. I think he can do it again.
Yeah, I think so too. It's going to be different. That 29 machine of Pylon hasn't been on his bumper yet, so we're going to see if he can actually create some pressure. Battling for that third spot now is the 24 and the 7. And look at that. Big Barnes in the 3 machine in 5th spot. Up 10 spots tonight. Trying to get underneath that 24.
Steele and Don Francesco did a lot of battling last week, and not a surprise to see them battling again here for third at the moment.
Exactly. I think one of the things that we saw from Steele is just his patience to manage his stuff.
I agree. He was very patient and managed a very good race last week. So I would expect the same this week. Don Francesco, heavy hitter, has a lot of those same driving characteristics. So it's fun to see those guys battle for position.
See if we got any other tight battles here. Two machine of Richardson on the outside of Isgrig. Isgrig able to complete the pass. We've seen that 71 machine of Love be pretty fast in previous races, but no love for Love there. Richardson slides up the track, gives a little door touchy to Isgrig.
3 wide essentially in that turn.
3 wide into
3 wide again.
I don't know if these flat tracks are good for that, you know?
Isgrig is getting around. He's tasting the rainbow. Dumb.
Richardson doing a good job of running. Yeah, it is dad humor. Richardson's doing a good job of running the bottom there. Isgrig completes the pass a little bit further back, though. We got BB looking at the bumper of Ramsey. Tolson in behind him. And the 15 of Gary Miller. Tolson hard around.
Tolson. Uh-oh.
I think he entered the pits. He did.
Well,
that's not going to bring out a caution either, right? So, just looks like Tolson, this is not his track tonight.
Well, I think to defend Tolson there, he's probably trying to make up some positions from where he was earlier. So he's probably charging a little hard and just get maybe a little loose, which is causing little mistakes like that.
Well, I mean, I might classify that as a large mistake because he's going a lap down.
Well, it was a little mistake that had that had a big recourse, I guess you could say, because he did happen to spin into the pit.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some silver lining in it.
I always try and find the silver lining.
Take a look at the battle between Miller and Copperthorne. Miller on the outside. Copperthorne's actually just completing the pass. That's Grace. Grace is back on the lead lap. This is the battle for 13th, 14th, and 15th, 16th, 17th. It's all the battles.
That looks like a nice little party.
Yeah. Wonder if it's like a keys in a bowl party, you know?
We'll find out.
Miller shuts a door on Phipps. Phipps still several laps down. Smith trying to make his way back up front.
Phipps and Smith are racing each other pretty hard, considering Phipps is 4 laps down. They were side by side for a little bit.
Miller on the bottom side. Copperthorne running. We're not seeing too many drivers run that second groove, Chris. Oh, you gonna save it? Keep it rolling.
Oh no. Robert, is that turn 4? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Turn 4 is slippery.
I think he got a little help, but let's take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here. I don't know if he got loose first, but let's watch it at full speed first and then see if we can just see. Let's see if we can see.
Let's see.
All right, no help.
Turn 4 has gotten 3 drivers, I believe, this evening. Correct?
Yeah. This is a tricky track. You know, the flat tracks like this, it's easy for the car to become unloaded. And then when it unloads, if you don't have the wheel pointed the right way, you're going around. So solo sprint for that 15 machine. There's not much else to see there.
Maybe instead of Milwaukee Mile, it should be called Tricky Track.
I was going to go with Wacky Milwaukee, you know?
Milwaukee. I like that.
Wonder if we're going to see any takers. They've only got 2 sets of tires tonight. And I think if you bolt them on too soon, you're on the wrong side of the coin toss. A lot of drivers electing to come in. It would be hard to fight back up through, like, depending on how many cars do and don't come down.
It's hard to come up with a strategy. I mean, we're at the halfway point. 50%, one half. And I'm trying to think, technically, if they've, let's see, if they fill up fuel now, they could make it to the end on fuel, correct? I'm trying to just get all the boxes lined up, right? Fuel, they would be covered. Okay. So if you took tires, your last set, you'll be struggling towards the end. And if you took fuel but didn't take your last set, I would think, and I'm just looking at the way we've had some cautions, that we'll probably have another caution, and that you could come in and perhaps maybe take the last set of tires then and charge till the end of the race. What do you think, Robert?
Yeah, I think that's completely possible, Chris. Like, I'm kind of like a holdout person in this instance because I want to make sure that I have those tires for the end.
I'm just kind of thinking, like, we've seen kind of a little string now of cautions, and I think sometimes, like, once we go down that road, we get set in that pattern where we start to see caution, caution, caution. I don't know what you think, but we've had just a couple now pretty quick, and I don't know if that's laying the groundwork for the rest of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone by pretty fast. 54 laps. We've been approximately, covering the race for just over a half hour, maybe 35 minutes. So it's going pretty quick. And if we do log green flag laps here, it is a rhythm-based track. So once drivers get in the rhythm of hitting their marks, I think we could go green all the way. It's just we've struggled a little bit at the start. They're already kind of checking up in the mix here a little bit further back of new tires versus old tires.
Highland got a great start. Speaking of which, but if you look down to the tower here of all the drivers, loose. Looked like 12 got a little loose. Grace, good recovery.
He was working hard on that wheel for sure. Ramsey up high, Grace underneath. They're 3 wide on the exit.
I'm looking at the order right now. These drivers: Pylon, Steele, Don Francesco, Isgrig, Love, Manning, Ryan, Beebe, Hurst, Eddie, just to name the top 10. Those guys will bring it to each other.
Oh, 100%, Chris. Let's take a look at if they came down pit road. So the only one that came down pit road now is 67 of Manning. Or sorry, the 67 of Ryan, who came in and pitted on lap 52. Yellow is out though, Chris. Ew.
Yeah. I guess I delivered the broadcaster's curse, but
let's see what
I guess
happened
that's what
here.
I get paid to do.
I mean, you got to do something. We're on board here with the 15 machine of Gary Miller. Just watch it at regular speed. That's Keltner on the bottom. And it looks like Richardson. Ooh. I don't even know what to say about this one.
I have to watch it again. It looked like Miller was just kind of racing, and it looked like, is that number 2?
Yeah.
Kind of just tagged, I think. I mean, I hate to throw blame around. We're just broadcasting. I'm not admin, of course, but it looked like maybe 2 just came up a little hard and perhaps just tagged Miller.
Yeah.
Again, just broadcasting, not admin.
I mean, Keltner was off pace there, which caused Miller to get up quick. But, I mean, 2 is responsible for being aware of the situation. So I kind of agree. Ultimately, that does belong to the team.
Well, here we are again now. Reset again.
Reset. And then we have a race off pit road. We've had Pylon, Steele, Love, everyone come down pit lane. I think that they're bolting on the last set of tires. There's 40 laps left. Who's to say? No, Don Francesco has not come in yet. He's holding out. Do a quick shout out to Wagner's Welding or BRBs.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck.
It's actually gotten dark here, Chris. I don't know if you've noticed that, but we went from like
I just noticed that.
Yeah, I was like, was it? Somebody turn on the lights, damn it.
The 71 of love is getting love from, and you'll have to pardon me, I'm sorry, is it Delana? In the chat. So, yes. Love, getting love.
That 24 machine does not have fresh rubber. The cars in behind him do. This is going to be interesting. I don't think that 24 is going to be able to put up much of a fight here. Ryan gets around in the 67. They're 3 wide in behind. That's Manning, Beebe, Eddie, Hurst, and Barnes.
Don Francesco did pull a little gap, though, even if he does have old tires.
I think this is going to be an interesting time here. Look at the blanket of cars that are there, Chris. Like, there's almost 10 cars that come in the camera shot.
I do like it. It's making this race exciting.
Very nice. Very tight battle. First slides up the track.
I think if we can get a couple laps going here, hopefully we can see just some hard racing, or we won't have them all super wedged together, and maybe we can see if we can get through this race.
BB up high there, making...
And Isgrig and Tolleson. And someone else. Oof.
Yeah,
Tolleson having a rough one tonight.
Ain't that the truth? On our SpeedZoneTV instant reply.
Was that Pyland in the back who got in that skirmish?
Let's see. So check up on the high side here. Olsen tight to Copperthorne and is attempting 3 wide. And yeah.
One thing to check real quick. Let's see. Wait, did Pilot make it through? No,
Right
he
there.
did. Someone else. It was who else got in this skirmish? Let's see this really quick. There is one more thing we need to look at though after this.
Oof.
Oof.
Medic.
The 88.
Jeremy Canna.
No, one thing I want to look at. Let's back it up here real quick because it did look like perhaps Isgrig maybe slowed down or maybe just got on the tailgate of, and I'm not sure who it is, but
Well, this is the center of the corner.
I just wonder if Isgrig backed off just a touch because of something in front of him, which then just kind of compounded like Tolleson trying to kind of get in the middle. I think let's go to Isgrig's cockpit for just a second, or is that where we were? I'm sorry. Let's go to Isgrig's cockpit.
I mean, he's got to check. Isgrig checks up for the car in front.
Yeah, and I think that kind of set that in motion. I mean, I think Tolleson was not in a good spot, obviously, but I think that yeah, we'll just say it was a bad recipe. It was a recipe for disaster. How about we say that?
Ain't that the truth? 66 of 100, Chris. SpeedZoneTV got a lot going on tonight. A lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Here we are, 66. It's a mess.
Lights are off on the pace vehicle. We're just gonna hop this over for a second. Olesen has disconnected from the race in frustration.
He's had enough.
But he would be actually serving a significant penalty there. Drivers that get cause 2 incidents are given a 1-lap penalty. Olsen will not be serving that tonight.
So does that roll to the next race? I guess since we're conversating.
I have no idea. I have no idea, brother. Barnes on the outside pole, up 13 spots. The 16 machine, BB, up 15 spots. This is going to be interesting.
Ooh, what a start.
Barnes did not start. I think that might be indicative of what happened at the Snowball Derby. I really hope these guys are able to settle down and log some laps.
The 16 of BB making a good recovery. Was in the lead, didn't take tires, fell back, and now in 5th place again.
Yeah, I mean, good run for the 16 car. Obviously, he's picked the right strategy, Chris.
Yeah, and that's tough to do with the race we're having tonight. I usually just keep a Ouija board by me.
Yeah, you do. Grace making his way up to 6th spot. That's Love going underneath Eddie. Ramsey and Copperthorne also in the camera shot as they roll down into turns 1 and 2.
And it was Phipps, I think, earlier that was 4 laps down. So Phipps is making laps up with these cautions.
Yeah, absolutely. Eddie underneath Grace. Love gives Grace a little bit of a shot there in the center of the corner. I looked away for a second. Looks like Grace is
almost
shutting
again.
it down. Yeah, he's shutting it down quite a bit. Grace tight on the door of Eddie. That's not how you make friends.
They're not here to make friends. That's the only reason I show up is to make friends. That's why I lose all the time.
On purpose, eh?
Yep.
I think Grace wants around, and it's actually just hard to make a move. He's got to let a little bit more tire wear happen. This is interesting here because this is the battle in 10th, 9th, or sorry, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And Don Francesco's stuck back there on newer tires. So hopefully that race comes to him. Looks like Steele and Pylon have gotten around Barnes up front for second and third. Barnes drops to 4th spot. I mean, this is a short track, Chris, and it's not for everyone. You actually got to drive this truck very hard and drift it in there.
It's tough because you say you got to drive it hard, but you got to try and manage those tires. So it's really like a test of skill.
It is a very big test of skill. Just looking at our schedule, like just to give the mix of what's been going on here. We started off the season at Watkins Glen. That was taken by Ryan in the 67 machine. Race number 2, Yellow's Out. We'll take a look at that in a second. Went to Indy. That's where Don Francesco won. And then back-to-back winners at Dover in Texas was the 7 machine of Steel. So tonight, I mean, it's pretty important as we move through these tracks who's going to be the next winner, right? Like, we're nearing halfway to the season, Chris.
I can see that.
Now let's see if we can figure out what happened. Uh-oh. On board with the 24 machine of Don Francesco, our Indy winner. We're going to just hit play and see what happened here. Oh, low.
That turn 4 again.
Well, I mean, looking at it here, if I was to give a little bit of perspective, is go to the far chase. Race is really slow. The 24 does a good job of running right tight. And this is where you kind of want to straighten the wheel, right? To get it pointed towards the wall. 24 isn't able to straighten the wheel that much, and he's out of the black strip, so it does get loose. But I would anticipate the 12 would be up higher to the wall there. But, you know, still on the 24 to have a solo spin.
That turn 4 is like a cobra.
It's like a cobra, brother.
It wants to bite you.
Looks like we've had a couple cars come down pit lane.
You know, I was going to add this to your commentary as well, but, you know, you were talking about Don Francesco on those new tires, but trying to make his way through and maybe just at that point, like, trying to push, but maybe losing a little bit of patience and then, yeah, having that spin.
Yeah, I agree completely, Chris.
Getting bit by that cobra.
That cobra, brother. The Milwaukee Cobra. Our new leader, 2-time winner on the season, back-to-back wins, Steele, not electing to roll through the pits. So we'll let our little tracker update in a second after we say hello to Wagner's Welding for sponsoring the series.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank...
And we back.
Now, I think we talked with Steele last week about three-peat. And here we are with 23 to go, and Steele is in the lead at the moment. So,
and I think you got some hungry hippos in behind, Chris. We got some guys that just bolted on tires that are gonna, you know, potentially rock his world if he's not able to break away. What an awesome start by that 7 machine, 78 of Manning. wants to tuck down in behind with Hurst and Ramsey there. Oh, look at that. It's the Skidmobile of Isgrig.
Oh, no, Isgrig.
Oh
boy. That's,
I'm not sure if he had some help there, but it's a good thing that we got camera peoples. Camera individuals.
You are earning every dime you're getting paid.
For the camera girl. I'm a pretty camera girl.
Ooh, Hyland tried to go for it, it looks like.
Ooh.
Oof.
Watch that one more time, but yeah, ultimately 29 owns bumper. And maybe a little too affectionate to Isgrig right here.
He was trying to get the Skittles.
Yeah, I mean, he's battling 67 on the bottom side, who's also got fresh tires, but that's going to kind of be not the move you want to make, getting shuffled to the back.
Now, I guess what's a little interesting, one, it looks like, and I don't remember who it was, there's only one driver now that's laps down. So that's kind of cool. I apologize. I don't know who that was.
Phipps.
Phipps? Was it Phipps? Okay, you're right. It was Phipps.
Uncle Fippy.
The second thing is that, we had that wreck. I don't know which drivers have already burnt their fast repair.
Yeah.
And who hasn't yet. So we might be seeing some drivers go laps down now for repairs.
Yeah, I mean, I think Isgrig is going to be suffering something a little bit more catastrophic. He's in the pits. Richardson just getting out of the pits. Eddie was involved in that one as well. The 31 machine. It's the first time we've seen him out. So I'm thinking that you're exactly right, Chris. I think Isgrig is probably, we've seen him get bounced around a few times. I was hoping there we could see tire strategy play out, but this is kind of setting Ryan up to steal the win for Barnes. Somebody who's bolted on tires. We'll take a look at our pit laps in a second.
I was going to say Steele is loving this. Just keep ticking the laps down. And good to see Hurst near the podium places. We haven't seen Hurst for just a little while.
No, you're exactly right. It's time for him to have a good run this season. This could be the track where he makes the most of it. Pace car getting ready to duck in. Just to show you the mix here. Steele in on lap 58. Manning, Hurst 65. Ramsey 58 with Steele, and Ryan and Barnes the last pit stop. So
Steele with another great start.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep, does he? He just goes. He's gonna have his work cut out for him because Ryan is up in the fourth spot, looking underneath the bottom side of Hurst going into turn 3. Barnes on the outside of Love. Barnes also has fresh tires, but you don't want to get stuck somewhere you don't belong. They get around Ramsey. Race up in the mix again, too. Like, he went a lap down, Chris, so awesome work by that 12 machine.
Agreed. I like to see it.
Unfortunately, with the different tire strategies and tires being so important here, that 58 truck is holding up Barnes. Barnes gets into the bumper of Hurst as Hurst gets loose. The 16 machine shoots to the bottom side in 1 and 2. Barnes is locked in here.
Hurst is trying to hold on to those positions.
16 laps to go. It's going to be very hard if somebody's got fresher rubber than you.
Was it Ryan early in the race that was just like 5 seconds ahead?
Yep, and now look at him. There he is. 1.6 back from our leader, Steele. This is a battle for our lead with 15 laps to go. Not a lot of time. I don't think Steele's going to be able to hold him off because there's like a 25 lap tire difference between the two. Steele doing a good job forcing Ryan to the outside, making him work for that a little bit. Tight on the left rear quarter of the 67. He's able to drive it in and just hold him off a little bit, but 67 is going to be successful here at getting it done.
Oof. That was some great racing.
That was tight.
And we would expect now Ryan to probably pull a big gap, I'm assuming.
I think so. I think you're going to see Manning be on the bumper of Steele next. Tires matter so much here. Love, Grace, Barnes, BB, and Pylon. Pylon back up after being sent to the back for rough driving. Go ahead and take a look. It looks like Pylon might have got jostled.
Jostled?
Touched inappropriately.
Yikes.
Big run for BB. Top 10 so far. First jumps to the pits. I'm not sure what happened there. You got a moment. Let's give you a live instant replay just to see what happened here. We're on board the 58 of Jay Hurst. Woo! Ramsey ships are in deep. That's Miller getting in the back.
31 was loose too.
Yeah. Oh, he's stuck. He's stuck.
Ooh, that's blown up, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's smoke. We're back to live action though. Yeah, there was some carnage in front, and there was a checkup. Hurst was able to check up. Looked like he had a little help getting down to the tires, but I mean, there's not too much you can do at that situation.
That's a bummer for Hurst, not to play favorites, but it was good to see Hurst in the third position for a little while. We haven't seen him in podium positions.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to hear that beautiful voice, but he's going to have to start doing some more homework on his setup to stay up front.
Going to the chat real quick, we got Go Touch Grass 567 rooting Steele on. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
That Steele guy is freaking famous.
Got the fans.
Wish I had fans.
I'm a fan.
Okay. I see you, baby. Looks like Don Francesco is going to be looking to make a move on BB here with Copperthorne as well. This is going to be our battle for 7th spot.
Copperthorne doesn't disappoint either in 9th place. You never know. We got 8 laps to go. Looks like Copperthorne is in that mix as well.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we haven't talked about our current standings. Ooh, Copperthorne gets a little loose. Don Francesco looks underneath the 16 and shoots it in. So we're going to take a look at our current driver standings. We got Steele, Don Francesco, Tolleson, who's now out of the race, Barnes, Ryan, Grace, Love, Copperthorne, and Ramsey. So track position is going to matter here. It's 12 race series. So two drop weeks are calculated already. So that's showing like 2 races of points. Tonight will be the third, so they're gonna want to get up in the mix here and start to claim their spot for season's 8 championship. Piling underneath Copperthorne knocks him up the track. I'm not sure what happened to Pilon. He was up further. He must have either lost control and saved it or what. Looks like Steele is almost under fire. Barnes almost chips it in on Grace. He's there.
I think Steele can hold on to that with 5 to go. We'll see.
Honestly, very impressive considering that the tire variation. I guess Manning and Steele have the same tires, but Barnes and Grace substantially better tires.
Grace looks like he was putting on a pretty good charge there earlier on Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, they just
Got
traded
right up on the bumper.
Yeah, they just traded some paint too. So you saw Barnes give Grace a shot, and Grace return the favor. 3 laps to go, Chris, and the 67 machine of Ben Ryan. Big leads all night. He's got that truck dialed in. Gonna see if Barnes, he makes the move on Manning. He wants that second spot. I think we're gonna see Barnes charge pretty dang hard here.
Ooh. Steele is trying to maintain.
Definitely driving
Pushing.
defensive, right?
Yes.
I think it's going to be hard to stop a run here. Race is official.
You were right. You said Barnes was going to really give him hell.
The tires are just too much of a difference for Barnes not to be able to just wheel that truck a little bit better.
This might be exciting at the end here with these two.
Nah, Barnes will clear him on the exit. No, they're even. Let's go ahead and take a look at our leader as he's just getting ready to cross the line, and we'll flip back. Congratulations to Ben Ryan taking the win here. Barnes gonna grab second. Manning's got a charge.
Ooh.
Not enough for the P3 over Steele, so Barnes and Steele gonna round out our top 3.
That was a fun finish.
Yeah, I mean, a little few cautions tonight, which definitely rumbled up the race. I'm counting 8 total cautions tonight, so some definitely could have been avoided, and then some not so avoidable. Big change from last week where we only had 2 cautions.
I think we got the last 10 in though, right? Without a caution, didn't we finish up with like roughly 10 laps?
Yeah, approximately we went about 15 laps caution free.
That was a nice way to finish.
A nice way to finish. We're gonna take a quick intermission here, and then we're gonna talk to some drivers, and then talk about what's going on next at Speed Zone TV and Roughneck Racing. BRB.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, we're back. Thanks for a brief little intermission there. Going to look for some drivers to interview. First car of the night is actually going to be the 3 machine of Tyler Barnes. Tyler, it's Rob and Chris up in the booth. How you feeling about the P2 tonight?
Hello, Tyler. We cannot hear you.
Tyler is gone. Looks like Tyler had to go back to the tech shed. Maybe he'll come back. We were also waiting on Dalton Steele. Unfortunately, Dalton had to step out. He's not able to interview tonight, but definitely a class of the field, getting it done on older tires like he did and holding off for P3. So we'll give Tyler one more shot, and then we'll be looking to interview our winner tonight. Tyler, just Rob and Chris up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, welcome back,
Hey,
buddy.
Tyler.
Nice to talk to y'all again, man.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like we're becoming best friends.
I know.
Well, 100 laps at the wacky Milwaukee mile. You started a little bit further back, up 13 spots tonight. Did you just struggle with qualifying? Why the heck were you so far back?
No, my plan from the get-go was just stay to the end and be there at the end of the race. I knew it was going to be saving tires. It was going to be all down to that. And just picked up my positions after the fall off of everybody else, and I was just hanging back, saving the whole time.
Well, you did a good job of it at the end there. Watching you charge, I think you were sitting about 6th spot. You danced with Grace a little bit, little bumper tagging and stuff, but you were able to drive your way up into P2. So, did you think you had anything for that 67 machine if you were closer?
I don't think so. No, not really. He's been fast all weekend, and I don't think no one was running with him. He was on a race of his own.
Yeah, I mean, not too much you can do when somebody's got the setup figured out and some dang speed, right? So
Yes.
I mean, this season you've been doing pretty good. I think coming into tonight, you were sitting in 4th in points, so a 2nd place finish is definitely gonna support you being up front. So, how you feeling going into next week?
Feeling great, man. My whole plan coming into this year was just be consistent. Don't push too hard. Don't do anything extra. Just be consistent, and we're doing great so far. So we're just gonna keep doing that and keep hammering away at it.
So I stole a little bit of Chris's thunder, but Chris, is there anything that you want to give a shout out to for Mr. T. Barnes?
Well, Tyler, first of all, congratulations, man. Exciting race. I should say exciting finish. The race was kind of, like Robert said, wacky. Milwaukee tonight. Let's see, what do I have for you? Steele was going to go for the three-peats. He won the last 2 weeks. Ryan had all the speed tonight, so he was in second place. And then you stole that right out from under him at the end. So it was an exciting finish for you. So compliments to you for being able to nab that. Next week, we're going to Talladega, and just wanted to chat with you for a second on what your thoughts are on Talladega. I know a lot of it is some luck, maybe a little bit more luck than skill. I don't know, but just once you share with us your thoughts on being there next week.
Man, it's always good to be back there at the home track. I got a win there not too long ago in the Super Speedway series, so I'm just glad to be back at the home track, man.
Okay, well, that sounds terrific. Then we look forward to seeing you next week, hopefully on the podium. And then, I think Robert maybe got you. I'm not sure, but any shout outs you want to give for this race?
Just my Lord and Savior, my fiance, SpeedZoneTV, Roughneck Racing, Wagoner's Welding, everybody that just makes this thing happen. I really do appreciate everything y'all do once again.
I mean,
we appreciate you.
Each time you're in here, Tyler, you're just getting more refined at these interviews. So, like,
I'm getting better and better, man.
We're gonna have to stop inviting you in here, okay? Like, enough's enough. Like, we don't need any job competition in this market. Settle down.
Oh, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm gonna be behind the wheel.
Congratulations again, Tyler. I hope to talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you, Tyler.
That was our P2 finisher, Tyler Barnes. Chris, he's a treat to talk to, and he's actually, you said it, impressive finish tonight coming from the back. But it's
he's a super nice guy as well. Very good driver.
It's time to talk to the man of the night. You're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Send him in.
What's up, Ben? It's Rob and Chris up in the booth. We're here to hear your story. Did you go tanning today?
I didn't go tanning, but I heard one of your broadcasters did.
Yeah, it was Chris. It's totally Chris.
What did you ask him? Did he go tanning? What did you ask him?
That's right.
Yeah, you got that right. How was tanning today, Chris?
I missed that joke altogether. So, we'll get back to that. But, Ben, congratulations, man. That was a rockin' good race for you.
Yeah, it worked pretty good there. I had a good line. I was able to use the tires up and just kind of set my own pace once I got out front there. But that last run coming to the end when Jimmy got into his rig and then the caution came out again, I kind of just said to myself, like, I had to get to the front, because if I got stuck in third or fourth, I think I was going to get hung up. Like once you get 10 laps on the tires, you have no drive off to turn under people. So I had to kind of make it happen as fast as possible.
I'll let Rob ask you all the heavy hitting questions because he's good at that. But the first, half or so, like you just had like a 5-second lead, pretty dominating. And then we just kept seeing reset after reset after reset. So we were kind of wondering what the heck was going to happen. But good finish for sure. You even pulled the gap, I think, after that last caution. But let's get Rob in here real quick to ask you some of the heavy hitters.
Yeah, very heavy. You started on the pole. You finished, grabbing the checkered flag. Did you feel that anyone had any heat for you?
I think on equal tires, Jimmy and Dalton could hang for probably 10 laps or so. But then I find like the clean air out front, like if you could clear them and keep running, then like they would get tight behind you and use up the right front a little more than you would. So I think that was key, like trying to clear the pack first, and then you can kind of set your own pace, use the whole racetrack to save tire, and then go from there.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like the aero is very, I guess, challenging on the truck. And I think maybe what was even more challenging is going to this track. We are at Watkins Glen. I believe you dominated that. We went to Indy, Dover, and Texas. Those are very different tracks than running at Milwaukee Mile. This drives more like more like a short track. So do you think that, this is, I guess, a different skill or a repertoire of skill that all drivers kind of need to have to be quick here?
Yeah, well, I think you have to be very diligent on entry to make sure that you're set before center to get back on the throttle. Because if you can't get to the throttle at center and feather it up off, then you're not going to have the speed at the end of the straightaway, which equals lap time. So, and then the ability to be able to drive it in really deep and not slide the right front is another thing. So, Dalton's really good at saving tires. Jimmy's always good in the long run. He practices that a lot. So I was kind of worried about them, especially that last run when we were on equal tires again, because I kind of got off sequence there for a bit, and then it all came back around.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a rhythm-based track. After tonight's win, you're sitting in second spot in points, 6 points back. We're heading to Tyler Barnes' hometown track of Talladega Super Speedway. Like super speedways because I hate them.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship, to be honest. I mean, I like racing them. I don't usually like what happens at them, so we'll see where it goes. But I'm gonna try to make it next week, but I am working away again, so we'll see what happens. But hopefully, I'm there.
Should probably take some sick time, buddy.
It's hard when you own the company.
Okay, fair. Well, Ben, excellent run tonight. You kind of just ran away with the show once you got out front. So very interesting to see off that racecraft. You led 78 of 100 laps. Kudos to you for that dominating performance. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Just you guys for putting on this. James Wagoner for doing the whole truck series. Renegade Racing as well, because that's where I started here, and then Johnny, Tim, Ryan, everyone that puts a lot into this deal. That's all I'd like to shout out.
Heck yeah. Well, hopefully you're able to make it the rest of the series. I mean, you're definitely a contender for a championship should your schedule open up. And, I'll take the words out of Chris's mouth. It's just, awesome job. It's always nice seeing you race and kind of showing people how to get around the track.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be great to see you the next time I'm out there.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. I have to compliment you one last time really quick, Ben. I have to, it's funny, I have to compliment you and make fun of myself. Like what you said about like your diagnosis about how you got around is so smart. It sounded so smart. When Rob asked me, like, hey, so what are you doing? Or what did you do? I'm like, I don't know. I just try and be fast, man. And I go around the turns and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And the way you described about how you were quick around this track and how dominant you were, man, it just shows like you know what you're doing. So yeah, I just wanted to compliment you on that.
Well, thanks, Chris. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're racing, like just as little wheel as possible, as much throttle as possible, and try not to scrub the right front.
Yeah, you did a great job. So yeah, compliments to you. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a great night.
Yeah, take it easy, Ben.
Yeah, thanks.
That was our winner, Ben Ryan, he was sharing all the secret sauce, Chris. I hope that you go back and watch this broadcast for a change. Maybe you'll stop biting your tongue while you drive.
Oh boy, I know. I gotta try something different.
Well, Chris, we had about 8 cautions tonight. We kind of like slowed down some of the race. We saw a variation of leaders kind of roll through and stake their claim up front and then cycle back when we had cautions and tire strategy kick in. But, did you have another, some sugar and spice you want to throw out on what you saw tonight?
Sugar and spice, words of wisdom. I would just say that I had fun. I had fun broadcasting this race. I had fun watching it. And, it was a mixed bag. I mean, I think the last 2 races, I can't remember, maybe even the last 3, but, we saw a lot of like just green flag racing, hardly any, cautions. And that always, was a good display for racing. And we kind of had the opposite tonight with a lot of cautions, and it resets everything. So I know it's super frustrating for the drivers, but sometimes it's exciting maybe for the viewers because, every time there's a caution, everything resets, and then you just never know what you're going to get. So, yeah, now I'm just rambling, buddy, but it was fun. That's the point. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope the viewers enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see what happens at Talladega. That's always a mixed bag for cautions and things resetting as well. So that's what I kind of predict for next week.
Yeah, I agree completely. Just to quickly recap the field for tonight. We talked to the winner, Ben Ryan, giving the secret sauce on strategy. The 3 of Tyler Barnes saying, can't wait to go back to my hometown. Dalton Steele had to dip out, but grabbing a third, another impressive performance by him. Manning grabs 4th, Grace 5th, Don Francesco 6th, Pylan grabs 7th after suffering a little contact on that 40 machine. Love grabs 8th, BB 9th, Copperthorne 10th, Eddie 11th, Ramsey 12th, Richardson 13th, Smith 14th, Miller 15th, Phipps. He actually suffered an internet connection, losing his starting spot. He was up starting in 4th, but wasn't able to take the grid where he wanted to. Probably would have been pretty fast and impressive. He ends up 16th. 17th goes out to Hurst. Keltner 18th. Isgrig does a DNF as he was caught up in some carnage. And Tolleson also not his night whatsoever, also DNFing. We'll be back live on SpeedZoneTV on Sunday night for Lightning Esports Season 5, Race 12 Championship Night, where we're going to be crowning a champion. We'll be back again on Monday night with Wagner's Welding Super Speedway Series for race number 6, and then we'll be back here again on Wednesday night, also for race number 6 for the Wagner's Welding Truck Series. So tons of exciting stuff to watch, tune in, subscribe. We're, as Chris would say, we're so close to our plaque.
Yes, we're about 99,000 subscribers short.
I mean, just
but
to drop
we'll
in
get
the
there by
bucket.
the end of the season, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of time left, but let's do it. But yeah, we'll be back next week for a bunch of shows. Make sure you like, subscribe, click the gearbox in the bottom right. Make sure you're watching it back in the best streaming quality that's possible. And, much love for everyone, and hope you tune in next time.
Wait, hold on. Before we end, I do have a comment off of your comment.
Okay.
So sorry, folks. Don't disconnect yet. You mentioned that Phipps lost internet connection, and I think he qualified 4th.
Yep.
I'm kind of forgetting now. Anyway, what I'm getting at is this: he made all those laps back up. Now, that was luck of the cautions, but I believe he finished the race 3 laps down due to like carnage and so forth. But I remember seeing him on track racing on the current lap, I should say, like no laps down. So that was pretty fortunate for him to be able to, lose the internet connection and then get back on the lead lap. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, I mean, good dedication for sure. You gotta hold it out. Anything
Got to know when to hold them. Sometimes you got to know when to fold them. He didn't fold them.
And you got to know when to end the broadcast. Robert Warrens, Chris Schuessler.
We should have ended it 30 seconds ago. I apologize, folks.
Signing off for SpeedZoneTV. Hope you guys tune back again soon. As Chris says, love y'all. I love y'all too. And take care, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.